late night out here, New York City vibes real quick. I wanted to bring y'all up here because I was talking about something a little earlier today on my podcast and I ain't have it right in front of me at the time. So now that I'm right in front of it, I can interpolate it a little bit better for you guys because I'm actually right here. So I'm gonna put y'all on the sun in a minute here. So take y'all over here and wait for this traffic to come by real quick and I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm talking about. Just give me like 2 seconds, right? Like 2 seconds. All right, everybody, give me like 2 seconds. All right, y'all, I'm back. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's cracking? We in New York City. What's going on? So listen, earlier today I was giving you guys a little talk or whatever, about how MTV used to be compared to now. So let me show y'all something real quick, right? What's going on, Jay? So right here, this was MTV. You see where this window was blocked out right now and it's black? That used to be TRL. So they used in this space right here to probably about this space right here used to be loaded with nothing but teenagers, 20-year-olds, etc., etc., etc. They used to have this whole thing blocked off right here. All right? So this is where, you know, the antithesis or whatever. Now it's CBS News, but before, this was MTV. This is what we know it for anyway. And then right here at this window right here, as I was trying to describe to y'all earlier, they covered up this, but this used to be an open, they might have even covered it up. They might have just put some, I think they just put something in front of it. Yeah, they just put something in front of it. Y'all can see a little bit better now. You know what I mean? So this used to be where it all went down though, right here, TRL, all that shit or whatever. And this whole spot right here, like I said, this used to be this full of teenagers, 20-year-olds, etc., right here. Now, I brought y'all up here because we had the discussion earlier about Jay-Z and his situation he got going on right now. Let me move out the way. His situation he got going on right now, whatever. The one thing I saw unilaterally was there was a whole bunch of people celebrating, wasn't it? It was surprising to see how many people were celebrating. It was like, yo, Jay-Z down, you know what I mean? Like Jay-Z down, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't know. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you early. So listen, the amount of effort that I saw today online, down with Jay-Z, Jay-Z gotta go, etc., was beyond my comprehension. I didn't understand, no. I was like, listen, you got a lawsuit against you. Everybody's popping lawsuits. A lawsuit, listen, you could go file a lawsuit for $80 right now. Most states anyway. I think tops it might cost you $100. But in most states, you can file a lawsuit for about $80. So this girl, whoever she is, who filed this lawsuit, who is now 37 years old, I believe it is, God bless her heart if what happened really happened. But if it didn't happen like that, might have another me show on her hands. She gotta show herself now. You know what I'm saying? And some people they agree with that, some people they don't. I get that. I don't want to see her embarrass herself either. You know what I mean? So I get that. But at the same time, I say like this. Whether it's Misha lying, another one of these chicks lying, whatever the case may be, y'all need to take hold and pay attention to what Jaguar Wright did. And I'll give her that much. She put them out there. Listen, sweetheart, you're lying, you're not telling the truth. It's obvious you're not telling the truth. It's a very serious and sensitive situation you're talking about. We're talking about this guy's whole entire, like, you know what I mean? Life in front of him, basically. And so for me, I don't get off no riffs of like congratulating another black man going to jail and shit like that. Like I don't see no haps in that. You know what I mean? Like I really don't. Now, however y'all see it, it's the way y'all see it, and I get it. You all got your individual accounts of how you see things. But me personally, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And what I emphasize, and I'll start emphasizing to y'all a little bit more as I move forward, is this. You should have to start weaving out in conversations who you're talking to. You're insecure. Very insecure. She's beautiful. Anyway, I saw my son now. This nigga wanted to look at me in my face like, yo, I'm protecting my chick. Nigga, you like 5'4". I look this chick straight in the face. I said, she beautiful. Yes, nigga. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, long story short, this is where we at now, right? Do we all jump in line and pounce on Jay-Z and say down with Jay-Z? Jay-Z shouldn't be in effect anymore, extra, etc., etc. Or should we set a precedence and we be like, yo, you know what? Everybody's individually free to feel how they want to about the Jay-Z situation. And I think that's where it should stand. And I think if you're responsible, that's where you'll see it at too. Don't do that. If you're responsible, I think that's where you'll see it too. You know? So I'll leave it up to y'all. However you pivot the stick there. But I gotta say this. For all you out there that's hoping that Jay-Z is the next one to go down, I seen all your vlogs today. All of them mirrored each other. There wasn't one that was unique. Not a one. Not one. Everybody was saying the same thing. I hope he goes down. Hope it's over for him. Hey, last one. Did I say something wrong here? If I said something wrong, please correct me. If I said something wrong, please correct me in chat room. I want to know. Did I say something wrong? Of course I didn't say nothing wrong. Because that's all I see. I see other black people bending down on hand and knee, kissing the ass of Tony Bugsby out of anybody. Let me ask you a question, right? Do you know what happened with Tony Bugsby when he was running for, I think he was running for mayor, or he was running for something down there in Texas. Anybody remember he was running against a black gentleman down there? Y'all remember all that hoopla with all that shit? I remember that. They went toe to toe, neck and neck with each other. And back then I kind of got the feeling. I said, Tony Bugsby seemed like he got a little bit of old boy in him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah! You know, a little old boy in him. You know what I'm saying? And I said, now look at it right here. Here go niggas celebrating the motherfucker. And want to throw niggas in jail. I said, when in the fuck did these niggas start getting invested in the judicial system out here? This shit is funny. Jay NFL deal is dead right. It's dead right now. That's what you're saying. It's dead right now. You hoping for that? You hoping that a nigga loses his deal and all that? Like I have to tune in tune with y'all niggas. I'll be forgetting, like, half y'all niggas support white supremacy, and then at the same time you want to be pro-black. I'll be confused. Like, can somebody help me out here? Like, I just want to know, how can you do both at the same time? And that's the fucking question nowadays. Because there's a lot of people trying to muddle the line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Trying to muddle the line and shit. And I'm like, you can't muddle the line. You got to be on one side or the other. I think I'm going to take me a seat. Yeah, I'm going to take me a seat. You got to be on one side or the other, or you got to play the part of neutrality. And I don't think a lot of people want to do that for whatever reason it is. But I just like to hear some original thoughts, some original ideas outside of, it's over for Jay now. The beginning of the end. I heard all these what was the other one that these niggas like using? Disturbing news about Jay-Z. I said, y'all motherfuckers, this is what y'all depend on. They call journalism. You ain't gonna never make it. Could have been records. God, Jesus Christ. I said, with friends like this, and these motherfuckers will sit back and talk about, oh, the culture, it's all about the culture. Y'all be hearing them talking like that? The culture. You don't give a fuck about the culture, B. You give a fuck about yourself and how you look. I was listening to earlier when they were reading down what they called Luigi. I said they gave her the name Luigi. I said, yeah, I know what that was about. I can't speak on that. That was definitely, That was definitely suggested. Like, listen, I'm not saying you should do it, but the only thing I'm saying is he might be a problem. Who are you talking about? The insurance company or him? You know what I mean? I don't think that shit's funny, but I think the way and the means it came about is quite peculiar. I will say that. But anyway, let me flash forward. When he was given the press release today, one of the things I picked up on what he said was he was talking about how the internet community. Now this was the head of the FBI. You better listen to this shit. This was the head of the FBI in the New York branch, giving his disposition of where he saw things at on the internet with these motherfuckers, right? And so he didn't seem none too proud of what he saw. I'm just fixing something together, y'all, so I can be hands-free. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, without my hands right now. It's late night, you feel me? Anyway, I think that a lot of people want to see Jay go down. That's obvious. What disturbs me is the people that want to see Jay go down is black and Latin people. And that part I can't get. You understand what I'm saying? Like, niggas on one chord want to be like, yo, I'm all about the culture, this, that, and other, and the third, or whatever, when it comes to black and Spanish people, right? That's better for y'all right there. Y'all can see that better. And then on the other hand, the first opportunity the niggas get, and they get online on here, first people they talking about is black and Latin people. They ain't talking about nobody white. They ain't talking about nobody of other ethnicity other than black and Latino. It's like those are the two pinpoints or whatever. It's always in the subjective mode where it's like, yo, you must listen to me. I'm the answer. I got the clues, you know. Like, I don't like a motherfucker talking to me like that. I don't think most of y'all do. You know what I'm saying? So, what I suggest is this. When you get people on here and they talking about this whole thing, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? When they talking about this whole thing with Jay-Z and all that or whatever, just keep in mind, these are people that ain't never been in the music industry. These are people that ain't never had much going on with themselves. These are people that they have to be loud and boisterous for somebody to pay attention to them. And that's what the FBI director, he pointed out. And I think it's more and more, not only people in law enforcement, but in the judicial system start finding out these little patterns that these people are doing, because in a way, at this point now, the YouTubers are actually influencing, like in my personal opinion, the YouTubers are influencing some of these cases and how they coming about. You know what I'm saying? But in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta ask these people when you talking to them, you gotta ask, you gotta be like, yo, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you do before you started becoming a vlogger? Like, I think that's a mandatory question we should start asking motherfuckers. Like, what did you do before you started vlogging? And if they ain't got an answer for you about what they did before they started vlogging, ask them if they graduated school. Ask them if they got any secondary trades, anything going on. You know what I'm saying? And what you'll find a lot of times is a lot of these niggas ain't got nothing going on. Never did have nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? I done heard motherfuckers talk about me like a dog here on these YouTube streets and don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way he talk or whatever. So I know how the flow go, but I'm trying to tell y'all, if you don't get the underlying point here, you can listen or don't listen, don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? The wicked and the unobvious, they'll never learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? The wicked and unobvious, they'll never learn nothing. In fact, it's not meant for them to learn too much. So, as I'm on this whole YouTube flight right here with everybody on here and I'm listening to everybody, I'm hearing what they're saying. I'm understanding what they're saying when it comes to Jay-Z. I'm understanding what they're saying when it comes to Diddy. I understand where y'all coming from. I understand the tape y'all saw. You know, I understand all that. You know what I mean? But what I don't like is the verbatim of we going, the first thing we going to do, we going to sit down with such and such and them and talk about this Jay-Z situation. Who? You going to sit down with the hip-hop magazine or the hip-hop blogger? Nah, we going to sit down with such and such and them. Them niggas care. These motherfuckers really care. Niggas don't care. They in for the same. If anything, they more money hungry than the motherfuckers you were previously dealing with. Figure that shit out. A lot of these motherfuckers is greedy. I be listening to both people when they be talking about who they hold high as bloggers. Always pay attention to a nigga when he say, yo, this is who I hold high as a vlogger. I'm trying to tell you something. Because that'll give you a determination about what they about. You see what I'm saying? And the means and the routes they take. Because a lot of times when niggas say they pay attention to this podcaster, that podcaster, it's really because they pattern the things that they do. You see what I'm saying? So like, if their favorite podcasters are, you know what I mean, one of them type of slick, manipulative type people or whatever that you see so readily here on YouTube, then that's what it'll be, and that'll be the majority of your audience. If you get people that are strong with it and 100 with you and stuff like that, then that's the type of audience you'll get. My type of audience I want is authentic people. I don't like no people that just run with the bandwagon or you disagreeing with something I said because I'm here. Some of these niggas out here on YouTube got cults, like real life cults. I saw a nigga trying to initiate a nigga to be a pagan tonight. I couldn't say nothing though because I don't know the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I tend to don't deal with the niggas that I don't know. I let niggas that do know them deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I don't tend to get involved with shit like that because that shit could get messy. So, you know what I mean? I just leave that for the people that know them people. I don't know, you know what I mean, certain people. But I know that nigga's trying to initiate you as a pagan, my nigga. You need to see that shit. Be careful of these conversations you have here online. Energy transfers and shit like that. That go for you too, Huggy Pampers. Be careful of some of these conversations you have online. Energy transfers, even if they're not touching you, even if they're not in your circumference, even. You know what I'm saying? Some people just that powerful. You understand what I'm saying, Huggy? You understand what I'm saying, Shun? You understand? You know what I mean? Watch these conversations you be having with, and watch motherfuckers give you trinkets of gold as souvenirs and proof of their integrity. Don't ever give your pearls a pig and watch niggas give you gifts. I know niggas that got gifts from niggas that killed them. Real fucking talk. Real fucking talk. I know niggas that got gifts from niggas that killed them. For real. Shit up this way, man. Same nigga to get you come to your funeral. You know what I mean? Shit real up here. Anyway. I gotta talk about it because it's a New York tri-state business. It's only right. Since everybody else don't want to say nothing, I will say this much. I think that more people in our former, for some of us, our former business, for me, still my current business, but in the music industry, I think a lot of people need to start speaking out because there's a possibility. If they're going after Jay, son, they're going after other niggas. That's all I'm trying to say, nigga. And that's one thing I will say I agree with Babs about there. Oh, Huggy. That's one thing I agree with old Babs about there. More motherfuckers, you need to speak up and say something. Y'all niggas being quiet make y'all look more speculative than anything. On some real shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I try to tell niggas that, like, early. Like, you being quiet make you look more guilty. Do that make sense? You being quiet make you look more guilty. Thank you, Javon. I didn't even notice you put my Cash App right there. Maybe somebody gonna hit it one day, man. I need some Christmas money. I'm about to start me a GoFundMe for Christmas, for real. My money got fucked up past too much trying to cover all this shit for you. I came down here tonight, my man bit there dope, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, come fuck with me real quick. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Put a couple dollars in the nigga pocket too. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. He's like, yo, why you ain't pressuring them niggas on YouTube to hit you up more, son? I was like, yo, I just don't do it because then niggas like, you got niggas that's like 35 years old, they convey their information and convey their personality like they 16 years old. You ever notice that? Like, this niggas literally like 35, 40 years old and niggas on here talking like they 16, 17 years old. I mean, the way they convey their information, the way they convey their personality, it's very like childish, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I get confused sometimes when niggas do that, but put it all in perspective for you, I'm gonna say this, right? All y'all got the right to feel how the fuck y'all want to feel. I ain't gonna take that from y'all. You understand me? But y'all can't take one thing away from me either, the nigga I used to work for. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just on the type of caliber of motherfuckers up this way that if that was a nigga I came in with and I was rolling with, well, let's see what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely Definitely, and I'm gonna put, and that's why I brought up the Daniel Penny conversation today and what happened with him. I ain't necessarily mad at Daniel Penny. I'm mad at the people that came down there and support him because what you did was you made it look like there was an open door to shed it on niggas just because you feel like something a certain way or whatever. You know understand what I'm saying? And that's not what's going on. Because some of us out here will give you the business. You understand what I'm saying? Like Daniel Penny, he picked the right situation, I guess, to do that in. Because if it would listen, the dude was like on drugs. He was down on his luck. He was hungry and shit like that. This was a weak man. So when you go attacking weak men and then try to make yourself look like some type of valor or something like that, and then you got all these folks down at the courtroom, and you know even Eric Gardner's mother was down there. This is my point. The judicial system allowed this man to escape. You understand what I'm saying? And they gave you a story about Jay-Z on Sunday, so you wouldn't pay attention to that story. Eric Gardner's mom was out there. You know what I'm saying? She's still putting in work. How come y'all ain't reaching out to her to interview her? Now y'all just want to interview motherfuckers. I bet you Anton Atwood won't motherfucking do that shit, really. You know what I'm saying? I bet you popcorn corny ass nigga Barney Rubble, I bet you won't do that either, will you? See what I'm saying? So, like, pay attention to what these niggas want to hear from you. That's all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if they white, black, polka dot, whatever fucking color they are. It doesn't matter. Pay attention to what they want you to pay attention to. You understand what I'm saying here? Pay attention to what they want you to pay attention to. Because a lot of times they set you up to take down your own. And that's what I think is going on. I think it's a lot of undermined this shit or whatever. Some of this shit could be this like the remnants of the Biden administration trying to give one last go. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that bullshit with Barack Obama that was about 45 minutes long. Hey, I'll make sure I'll keep the good fight going now. I said, oh, you still trying to brainwash niggas? Still out here trying. I'm going to do a review of that on the channel here. Maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to do a review of that. I got some shit to do tomorrow. So that's partly why I came down here, you know what I'm saying? I had to make some moves, for real. I can't be depending on niggas. Don't depend on these YouTube niggas, bro. Trust me when I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Don't depend on these niggas. Depend on your niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't depend on YouTube niggas. Depend on your niggas. I can say truthfully and honestly, I got about like 7 loyal people that donate to me and support my channel, and I appreciate every bit of it. I had somebody earlier today, they sent me a request for $100. The brothers ain't support. The brothers ain't supporting. I don't give a fuck. Shit. The point is, you just need to know. That's the point. Ain't about dissing nobody. It's the shit you need to know. You know what I'm saying? That works out better for me because now I know, hey, yo, these niggas, this group of niggas don't support me, so put less emphasis into them niggas. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to. You know what I mean? So, you know, the reason I talked about the Daniel Penny thing today, like I said again, was niggas is out here bigging up Tony Bugsby. He trying to throw niggas in jail. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? For real, I ain't bigging up that nigga. Well, I look like bigging up that nigga that got a 1-800 sign. Talking about, hey, anybody else was bothered by this nigga, give us a call right here. That sounds like a Klan call. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else been bothered by this nigga? That's what that shit sounded like. I was like, damn. And he had, you know when he did the first press conference, he had Mammy on there with him. She ain't say a word. She was like Patina. Them on. Oh shit! I can't believe I said that. Them on Django Unchained, Patina. You want us to treat him like a white man? No, that ain't what I'm saying. That Patina. She was sitting there looking like Patina. That shit was funny as hell. Y'all remember that press conference? It was like this one black girl that she looked so awkward standing there. But I'm imagining in her area, that's a big deal for her to get that job at that firm. You understand? So you got to keep it in context. She do live in Texas. That's a big deal for her. You know what I mean? Mom, I got a job over there with Tony Bugsby. I'd rather shovel shit in a sandstorm and work for that motherfucker. Trust me on that one. Now, do you think he's do you think he's prepared to go up against New York attorneys? That's a good question. How many of y'all think he's prepared to go up against New York attorneys? I don't think he is, to be honest with you. You heard? I think Tony Bugsby, something gonna happen that's gonna interfere with him being in this case. That's what I'm thinking. Now give me a second. Make sure y'all share this. We just chatting right now. That's all. I will share this, get this out to everybody. You know what I mean? We do what we does. Stop me from having it. It has to be talked about. When y'all agree, so I'm asking y'all the question. Do you think that Tony Bugsby as a lawyer can beat Jay and Diddy's lawyers by himself or with his firm? One firm is up against him. They got over 115 motherfuckers. What do they say? 115 different branches or some shit like that. That's a lot of branches. That's a lot of branches. 155, so that's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. I'll say this much. Tony Bugsby, he might be an excellent fucking lawyer. But this shit right here, you gotta have, that's even the judges and the jurors gonna have a problem if it gets to that point with Puff and I'm gonna read your question in a second, with Puff and Diddy. Because you're not from this world, so it's gonna be hard for them to assume anything. Like people be trying to put things together behind the scenes. I heard this, she said that, he said that. That shit don't matter. That shit gotta be admissible in court, first of all. There been a whole bunch of niggas out here that thought they had some great material. As soon as they get to the court, the judge says, yo, I don't want to take it. I don't want to let this admit in court or nothing like that. So that's the problem you have with that shit right there. You understand what I'm saying? So just because you got some evidence don't mean it's going to be admitted in court. 9 times out of 10, some of your greatest evidence can be admitted from court, to be quite honest with you. Some of your greatest evidence. And be like, yeah, we can present this. Like, for example, when they went through Puff's cell, you don't believe me? When they went through Puff's cell, right? What happened with the shit they found in there? Some of y'all think, because you overly articulate, or y'all listening to niggas that overly articulate, y'all think y'all smarter than what you actually are. You know what I'm saying? Then some of you are actually smart. Jay-Z more likely to comb his hair than lose to Tony. Yo, you crazy. Thank you very much, D Lovely. I appreciate that. She said you cool as shit. Yeah, my name, if y'all don't know me, my name is Davin Lewis. I was in the music industry for over 17 years. Most of the people that are here are these tens of thousands of followers that I have. Know me from that. I was more inkling in the fact that I was around during these times that they talking about, these years that they talking about, these times that they talking about, I was around. And I can say this much, right? Check this out. There was people that did shit back then, but like I tell y'all all the time, a lot of them chicks that was getting down back then, them chicks was getting down because they wanted photos done. Them chicks was getting down because they wanted the opportunity. Them chicks was getting down because they wanted to bust down and say, yo, I slept with so-and-so. That's the way it was 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004. And anybody who was around during that time, they know that. Them chicks used to bust down. And we got to start having them conversations, Jaguar. We got to have them conversations too. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you with some wrongdoing. But we gotta have them conversations too, cause you open up the floodgates with this Misha shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dozens upon dozens of these chicks are gonna file lawsuits against Puff and waste their $80. Some of y'all chicks wasting y'all little $80. I'm on my mama. Y'all wasting y'all little $80 on nothing. That's why I was glad I was around Dominicans tonight. Cause when I'm around my peoples, I know when I'm around some real shit, real conversations. I was having conversations. He's like, my homie gave me the idea of what I'm asking y'all right now. Do y'all think that Tony Bugsby will be able to beat New York lawyers? That's a simple question. That's not a hard question at all. I just want to know what y'all think. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's out of his league. Now, maneuvering wise, maybe. Conveying to a New York jury, I don't think so. And I'll tell you the reasons why. One, I've been to Texas before, several times. Texas people got a way of letting you know you in Texas. They got a real strange way of letting you know and remind you on a daily basis you in Texas. And so I don't prefer states like that. Louisiana's like that too. You know what I'm saying? Miami's kind of like that. Kinda. You're right, bro. They don't come back. Then so now they trying again. Yeah, they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying. Not the little 80. I am right across from New York, New Jersey. Oh, all right. She said I'm right across the water in Newark. What up, Newark? Y'all crazy motherfuckers down there, boy. Y'all niggas is crazy down there. I don't fuck with the niggas in Newark. I got caught up in an apartment one time in Newark in a raid. And the niggas couldn't knock the door down. Oh my mama, I swear to God. They came looking for somebody. They wasn't there no more. So even if they would have got the door knocked down, it wouldn't have been made no sense. It wouldn't have mattered nothing. But they came and knocked down the door. I remember that to the day I died. Anyway, I don't think that he'll have a fair shot, and I don't think that it'll be necessarily a win for him because this is out of his territory. This is New York City, the New York City tri-state. And judicially, it's not any different from any other national courtroom or whatever, but what the problem is the way they play up here is different. You understand? And he gonna learn that real quick. The way niggas play up here is totally different from the way you used to playing. And I don't think he's ready for that. He wasn't ready for that lawsuit that he got that we know now Jay threw on him. Niggas is like, why you ain't covered that Jaguar like that? These niggas is trying to really help Jaguar right. For real, for real. Niggas see some things, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and maybe perhaps you might have some other stories. We never know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm not gonna stop her, try to stop her from doing what she doing. You know, she do what she do, she do what she do. I ain't no sucker motherfucker try to control a nigga like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially no chick at the minute when you fucking with a chick like that, make you look like a punk. So I ain't gonna be attacking no chick and nothing like that online and doing all that corny ass shit. I don't be doing that shit, dude. How you doing? I don't be doing that. So I'll say like this, man. As far as Jaguar Wright is concerned, she can say what she want to say or whatever. I'm gonna say what I want to say too, of course. And we cool, man. We cool like that. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is all the subsequent other vloggers that come behind her that all want a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? And it's the financial pie at that. They don't want a piece of the pie concerning, like, I don't know how you can say it or whatever. Hold on one second. I think I got something going on right now. Hold on one second. They don't want a piece of the pie as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, having something truthfully look like the way it is. They want a piece of the pie, meaning the financial end of it. They want a piece of the Cash App pie. They want a piece of the AdSense pie. You know, all the stuff that we get here, they want the maximum of it. And the way they do is they flood you stories that ain't necessarily true, or they got some type of shame tactic attached to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them shame tactic type fucking podcasters. I ain't with that shit. I think it's I think it's a shame. Like, you know, basically, like, I'll bring you in front of a courtroom that's on YouTube or whatever your favorite app is. I'll bring you up there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna accuse you of something, and I'm gonna keep accusing you repeatedly until it finally fucking come true. You see? Now you can use this type of technique with anybody, any gender, any person, any ethnicity. You can use this. This is a technique. And so, like, I don't get down with that. That's why I don't get on here and I don't gossip. People be asking me, why don't you tell us the secrets? No, I'm not telling you shit. Blank. That's not what I do. Like, where I come from, girls do shit like that. Girls gossip. There ain't no fucking men supposed to be out here gossiping and shit. Guess what I heard? I mean, like, some things are acceptable. Like, yo, I heard, you know, this might be going on, whatever. But niggas just gossiping, I ain't with that shit. Never been with that shit, never gonna be with that shit. So y'all gonna miss me on that one. And I think that's why a lot of times I have to rely on Google AdSense versus relying on the crowd. I don't have no crowd. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you shit, no cap, OG. Yeah, exactly. For real. Vontex 3X, he said, yo, Facto, I ain't telling you shit. I do that, I might as well go down there and sit at the precinct for a couple hours. Guess what? Back in 2006, the fuck I look like? Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that, I don't know, man. I just don't see how you can show your face, and niggas is like that nowadays. They let you show your face back around after you done told on everybody. I ain't with all that shit. I think that shit corny. You know what I mean? Niggas sitting there, you chilling with a motherfucker. This year, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 15 years go by, 20 years go by. You say, yo, you know what? Today I'm gonna hop on YouTube and tell on this nigga. Everything this nigga did for the past 10, 15 years that I witnessed, I'm gonna tell on this nigga. And I don't know. For me, niggas wanna do that, hey, do that. For me, it don't work for me. I be at too many functions, I be in too many boroughs. I go to certain boroughs, I'm protected. It don't matter if I'm at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So, like, for me, I don't want that to get lifted after that's been blasted for so many years. And now niggas gonna be like, damn, man, now our judgment system is fucked up. Now we meet the next nigga, we can't even, you know what I'm saying? We can't even feel comfortable around him because he might run one of these moves and hop up on YouTube and tell everybody business and shit. And I just, like, it fucks up business, it fucks up relationships, it fucks up things socially. More than anything is exempt because now you don't trust people. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't trust a motherfucker. That's a hard part to play right there. You don't trust a motherfucker. You know? I think everybody, if you can't trust somebody in life, in your mantra, in 2024 with all the e-commerce and everything else we got going on out here, your shit is no friends, I'm just business or whatever, you're going to lose every time. I'm telling you. You got to have a team of motherfuckers to win. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to be a strong-ass fucking captain or lieutenant. I take no pride in talking about people or nothing like that, but give me the chair and I'll tell on the motherfucker. If I tell on the motherfucker, all right? Exactly. Tamar said, oh, no, we don't do that over here. You got to go, B. My fault. No offense. We don't do that over here. D. Lovely. What's going on? Joshua, what's the best way to ask your gym crush out? Oh, that's an odd-ass question, but I'm going to answer that for you. The easiest way to ask your gym crush out is to don't ask her in the gym. Don't ask her in the gym, and I'm going to tell you why not to ask her in the gym. If you ask her in the gym, she gonna feel dumb uncomfortable. There's like a set of invisible rules, I think, for conduct in the gym between males and females. And I think that you set yourself up to be potentially filmed or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would suggest that you do that. Don't ask her out at the motherfucking joint. Ask her out, like, be like, yo, at the minimum, you could be like, yo, let me get your phone number. Ask her if she can get her phone number. But try to catch her walking outside or something as you asking for a phone number, you volunteering or whatever. You dig? Do that, and I think you have a better example. You have a better fallout from that. Now, if you sit up here, you just rock out, my nigga, and you rock out in the gym and you trying to talk to shorty, I don't think it's gonna work for you. Because what nowadays women, they feel mad uncomfortable in spaces like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men, they don't want to talk to chicks when they out in public because of pure simple fact, the chick might try to embarrass him. She might try to yell at him, play him, you know. So I would suggest to you, from somebody that's a little bit older, I would wait till she's outside the gym. Don't ask her in the gym. Josh, you got to catch her outside the gym. Look, Vontae saying the same thing to you. Yeah, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, don't push up on no chick in the gym. I mean, you can flirt with a chick in the gym. Y'all can eye fuck each other, whatever you doing. But did I just say that? I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, definitely don't press the issue in the gym. Excuse me. So I hope that answered your question. And then there's a different gym culture. Like the gym culture where I live in Connecticut is a little bit different. It's a little bit more lax because I think a lot of people know each other and shit. Where the gym culture down here in New York is more so what I was pointing to because there's so many strangers around each other. You know, it might be somebody that's been part of that gym for 5 years and you don't know them until now when they come in to work out. You see what I'm saying? So shit like that. What else y'all talking about in here, man? Some things you just got to let them fall into your hands. That's very true. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Some things you do have to let fall into your hands. Like, listen, I broke up with my ex. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I broke up with my ex now, shit, 4, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? I was with Shorty for 7 years. She lived with me and all that shit. I always had my own spots. And so, for the past couple of years, and the most of it had to do with that pandemic. Like it wasn't time to be Romeo during the pandemic. I'm avoiding niggas coughing, all that shit. I did that shit after they said it was over for like 7 months. Motherfucker be on a train or something. I'd be like, motherfucker, that COVID? I don't care what you were. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody was like that. But coming out of COVID, psychologically, I think a lot of people altered their personalities because they were so isolated for so long. And so it made a lot of women change. It made a lot of women make decisions that I think a lot of them would have never made if the pandemic wasn't here, which was, you know, jumping on OnlyFans for $6.99 a month. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I don't knock no chick to do OnlyFans. It depends on what you do on there. Ain't necessarily everything you do on there bad. No. It depends. There are some classy ones, you know. They just, you know, you turn it on, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just that. I've seen some ones that were impressive. Like, okay, this is tasteful. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be like, hey, here's the vajay, bam. You know, that's the shit I don't like. COVID. Scooter Brown said COVID. Is that COVID? Exactly, man. I was holding my breath in the beginning. Yo, stop it. I can't say that on here. D Lovely said, you excused. Still just gotta let fall your hands. But yeah, my point is, like, I've been on that temperament too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I meet somebody or whatever. I didn't hear everything about me from my homegirls. Like my homegirl Poochie, she always be telling me, you gonna be a good dad. I said, yeah, I'm gonna be an old dad at this point though, but I'm cool with that. Like I can do shit with my kid. I'd rather be an older dad than a younger dad any day. Younger dad can't do nothing with his kid. He working all the time. Older dad, you can do shit with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Hey kids, we wanna go to Brazil this year? Fuck it, let's just go. You know, that's the type of shit I want to do with my kid. I want my kid to have some memorable fucking shit so he can brag to kids at school, whatever. Yeah, that's my son right there. Hey, son, tell about that time we went to Italy. You know what I mean? I always find that what's the name of the direction of mine. So, and I'd always made everything else fucking come true. So, I figured this would happen too. I said I would work at a record company, and I made that shit happen within a month. A month. Now, I wanted to fast forward back to, running back real quick with the Daniel Penny situation. If any of y'all not familiar with Daniel Penny, he was an individual here in the New York City area that ended up choking a man out And I know Marines. I come from a military family, and it made me look at some things that were funny because there's a law that in New York now that police officers can't operate that chokehold like they do. You know what I'm saying? And so, but citizens evidently can. It can be coined as good Samaritans and shit, which is beyond my shit right there. This man was held in a chokehold for 6 minutes, and today at the courtroom, his supporters erupted in cheers in the courtroom so much that the judge had to turn around and calm him down and ended up kicking Mr. Neely, who was the man that was pronounced dead because of the situation. His father, out of all people, out of the courtroom, ordered them out of the courtroom. And I felt so sad for them. They had protests down there and everything else. It's everything else that I cover. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just Jonathan Majors or the Trump stuff or Puff or whatever. I mean, I'm there in person, with media. Even with this thing with the guy that caught. I'm going to get y'all up to date on that too with the Luigi guy or whatever his name is. I'm trying to tell y'all, I think that's two different people. That kind of looks like Duke, but I want somebody to, listen, this is an assignment, right? This job is simple. I want y'all to crop his picture, and I want you to match it with the guy they present in front of you, and tell me if that ain't two different people. Even before they caught this dude, they were mentioning it, the crowds were mentioning on different social media, because I seen it. It was like, yo, that looked like two different people. So the dude that they arrested today, I know I skipped past the Daniel Penny thing, but I got to say this. I think the guy that they got, I don't know, like this shit was just too perfect. Did y'all hear that the bag that they were looking for, they finally found it, and it had Monopoly money with it? I say, oh yeah, he fucking with them. There's something funny with this, you know what I'm saying? And I think we'll find out. And they found it with the exact same pistol on him. Come on, seriously? And at first he was sitting in McDonald's. You sitting in McDonald's. You're the most wanted man in the fucking Northeast right now. You sitting in Pennsylvania at a McDonald's. And he came up here from Georgia, they said. So why don't you go back to Georgia? You had more than enough time. They caught you today is Monday. You had since last Wednesday to bolt up out of here. He took off on a bike. I covered this story. Do y'all forget? It's right here on the channel. I covered this story in person. You understand what I'm saying? At that moment, not after. I covered it after too, because then I was able to actually go into the spot a little bit more without the tape. So that you got both versions on here. You got it live there with the rest of the media, and you got it, you know what I mean? And I'm always, as y'all see, in the media press area. I don't know how I feel about this. I thought it was a disgruntled person. Now this is somebody that did this because of their esoteric beliefs or something like that. This is a college graduate that did this, if it's correct. And yeah, he's Italian, definitely Italian or Brazilian. They haven't said yet, but that name is Italian or Brazilian. Trust me. We said, did he have a ladder on his bike? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm like, what kind of e-bike was that shit? I need one of those for the crib. Like, that shit must have been fast as hell, right? You bolted out and went to Central Park West. If y'all know the distance between where this happened and Central Park West, he got a bike for a little bit. It's not like a short ride. Like, there's a park that's right around up in the 50s, but that's not Central Park West. They say he entered in Central Park West. You know what I'm saying? Take off on this e-bike. Yo, I can't stand them niggas to be on them bikes. For real. I was like, you look like a fucking 5th grader. Like, I don't know. I just can't respect no man over 30 riding a bike. That shit just weird for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Grown ass man riding past you on a bicycle. I'm like, damn, man, you don't get no J, huh? That's a nigga live with his girlfriend and shit. Like, I don't know. Y'all remember when I was going through my shit during the pandemic? I had chicks that was like, yo, you can move in with me. Da, da, da. I was like, nah, I'm gonna rough it out. Fuck that shit. I've been on my own since I was 17 years old. I'd be goddamn if I lay up with a broad. Unless you my girl or we like that with it, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna probably come live with me. But all that shagging up with her, nah, I ain't doing that shit. And I kept my word to that shit. Yo, for real. I'm dead ass serious. I kept my word to that shit, D. I kept my word to that shit. I was like, hell no, I went through hell too. Like, you find out during that pandemic who really fuck with you. Like, for real. Word to my mother, I'm trying to tell you. You really found out during that pandemic who really fuck with you. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I was like, yo, okay, this one fuck with me, this one fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, for real, for real. I had a couple chicks reaching out too. I had like ex-girlfriends reaching out because I'll never leave on a bad note. You know what I'm saying? Like I had two relationships that ended on a bad note, but they really, it was really their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like one was a situation with an ex-boyfriend. She couldn't handle it, take care of it. I gave you a warning shot 4 times. I was like, yo, listen, you gotta handle that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that with you. I don't be fighting niggas over chicks I just met. Like that shit's retarded. Like, anything can happen, my nigga. You just met her. You know what I'm saying? Now we get some time locked in and all that shit. All right, you boo now. All right, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, just step to the side for a second. You know what I mean? But like, other than that, nah, hell no. And I don't suggest any of you young men y'all do that either. A lot of these young men be losing their life over shit like that. You under 25 years old, don't you be out here fighting over no vajay. You hear me? And in your 20s, that's everybody's vajay. Chicks out here living it. I got 2 sisters. Chicks out here living it up in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? You want to sling some vajay, I ain't mad at you. But you know what I'm saying? Young me, y'all got to be aware of this because a lot of y'all don't have pops and shit like that in the crib. And they don't be putting y'all on. They don't be putting y'all on. I always be putting y'all on, right? Y'all make sure y'all hit up the cash app, $STRINGERBELL80. Also, guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, in the corner right there, as you can see, there's some products that are tagged there from like some Nostrums and Macy's, etc., all high-end stores, and not coming from a third-tier realty. What is that? Retailer. And so make sure you buy those. It's coming directly from the stores. I get a small commission for that. You know what I'm saying? It adds on, it helps me out or whatever. But more importantly, make sure y'all hit that cash app, man, and bless that or whatever. I got some special joints for y'all coming up because somebody said, yo, how come you don't never be going to the spot? Because it's been cold. That's why. Like this weather is crazy. Like, okay, I got this light jacket on. Y'all remember like last week? I was bundled the fuck up. When I was doing the last Diddy arraignment, I was like this. I had everything on me like this, scarf, and it was raining. I was like, oh shit, and it just got cold, frigid cold after that. It stayed like that for the next coming 4 to 5 days, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. So I had my big jacket on. Tonight, it was like, now it's kind of cold, but it's tolerable. You know what I'm saying? Like I can sit here. Yo, it's way too many ungrateful people out here. It is. Pete Diddler and Jay-Z are pedos, and so are their supporters. Really. So who told you I was a supporter of anybody? Who told you that? I got a feeling I know who told you, but I just want to know who told you that. Who told you directly that I say I was supporting whoever? You understand what I'm saying? And second of all, to have this statement, because I used to work for this man for so many years, to have this statement like that could get you in a lot of trouble, my friend. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure, since you want to be so vocal and shit, because I like a vocal ass nigga. Speak your mind, my nigga. Speak your motherfucking. Give me 2 seconds, all right? Let me let this whole ass nigga speak his mind. I'm sorry. I keep whistling it off. Hold on 1 second. Y'all heard me say anything like that? Y'all ain't hear me say nothing like that. Talking about people in denial. We got a lot of people online nowadays that try to play like they somebody in society. But when you really break down these motherfuckers, we talking to criminals. We talking to motherfuckers that they got a nephew or a son in many cases on fucking house arrest. They been on house arrest. They got felonies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers up here trying to play like they the motherfucking pivot of society. I'm like, you don't get the fuck out of my face. I wish I would measure my life thus far, and it's been fucking great. I wish I would measure my life thus far, and measure to a motherfucker that gotta walk through piss to get to their apartment on a fucking elevator. Nigga, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? First off, nigga, do you know where the fuck I live at? Let's start there. Yeah, I'm on some Brazzy shit right now. Do you know where the fuck I live at, nigga? I got niggas on here talking shit to me. You on your girl's cell phone plan. That's why you got a cell phone. You live in her house and you ain't on the lease. And there's a reason why you ain't on the lease. You better not get in an argument, motherfucking Tuesday after, nigga. It's gonna be cold out here. You understand what I'm saying? Keep your inside voice on. Feel me? There's a lot of niggas be on here front. I'm trying to tell you. Be a lot of niggas on here fronting. I done caught so many niggas out there. Niggas be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it, da-da-da-da. Nigga, you live with your girl. That car in your girl's name. You ain't got no credit. All the truth come out when motherfucking financial statements come up. Truth come out when them financial statements come up. You still love this motherfucker? He got a 420. And I ain't talking about the smoke out thing. You understand? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, dog, I ain't with all that second grade, let's compare lives type shit, nigga. Your life ain't like mine. It ain't never been like mine. I got with the record company when I was 20 years old. 20 years old going on 21. And I stayed subsequently with that record label up until the time I was 37 years old. You understand? So unless you got a time machine, motherfucker, you understand what I'm saying? You can go back in time. Don't talk that slick shit to me, dog. You understand? Don't talk that slick shit to me. I done lived the life. I done did it. I done ain't made one motherfucking city that's worth talking about that I ain't been to at least 6 to 7 times minimum. I done parted with every star that you motherfucking hold in high regard up until the past 3 years with this woke shit that Joe Biden, all them motherfuckers brought into you. You done just got head first. Y'all motherfuckers dived head first into the Matrix. I ain't never seen that shit. Niggas 5 years ago, somebody, no, we gotta fight this oppression. Niggas was like, nah, fuck it, we gonna join the oppression. Now, fuck it. We gonna join the oppression. Matter of fact, I'll just submit openly. You ain't even gotta put no pressure on me or nothing. Niggas is out here celebrating niggas going to jail. I'm like, yo, you gotta, and it be women that got sons. I'm like, what the fuck? So no, if that answers your question, I'm not celebrating niggas going to jail. You know why? Because I'm a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not doing that. I'm not a nigga, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to celebrate shit. Women don't even celebrate other women going to jail. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you some, listen, I'm going to start doing some stories. I'm going to show you some horrible women. I got one story about this one woman that brought her child to, I got to say it the right way, brought a child to his demise that was hers, and later on disposed of that child in the freezer for a year, whole year, out in Detroit. I got a story of a woman that took out 3 of her extensions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole bunch of stories. You know what I mean? So it ain't just men that ain't, you know what I mean? It's a lot of women. Fat Joe's son got cerebral palsy or something like that, the rapper Fat Joe. His girl left him with the baby and never went back. You feel me? Shout out to Fat Joe for raising his kid on his own. I know a whole bunch of daddies. I don't know what the fuck niggas you talking about. They might not be the best daddies, but I know a whole bunch of daddies. That's for real. I know a whole bunch of daddies. You know what I'm saying? I know some motherfuckers that took penitentiary chances for 18 years for their kids and don't get fucking recognized the way they should get recognized and still stay with a chick. You understand what I'm saying? I know some niggas that literally was working and took penitentiary chances, if you know what I mean, and made it happen. Kids in college, moved on, or got certificates to do this, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of them. You know what I mean? So, always I try to acknowledge the fathers out here too, because there are some fathers out. I'm running the fathers all the time. And it just be like they invisible or something like that. Like, I don't like that shit. That shit's corny. Already, KJ, so I appreciate you, fam. Do you think social media is oppression? Um, I don't think social media is oppression. I think it's impressionistic. I think it makes an impression on you versus having oppression being its overshadowing effect. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. With the internet, you get to choose what you want to do. A girl can go right now and say, "Hey, I want to jump on OnlyFans," or she could say, "No, I don't want to go jump on OnlyFans." See, that's a choice. A guy can say, "I want to make an announcement that I'm about to shoot up this FedEx X," you know what I'm saying, or whatever, whatever. And so, guy, girl, whoever, they utilize it for bad means, and that's what's going to be the outcome, right? If you utilize it for good, that's going to be the outcome. That's the whole point and the premise of using their YouTube channels to, that guy that got killed the other day, Brian Thompson. I covered that story in person. It's right here on the channel. Just to reiterate that again, there's two cuts of it. I went back to the scene after all the tape had cleared and everything else. People were sitting there next door in the restaurant eating and everything else like they didn't know what went on that day. And I made sure to include that part of the footage in the video. You know what I'm saying? This mere hours after they scooped this man, did a murder investigation, people were sitting there eating. Kind of eerie, right? People don't lack empathy nowadays. That's my whole point. People lack empathy. And I think that little time span when we had that pandemic, I think that was the nucleus for, I think that was the genesis of it really beginning. Because at that point, you already had pride people on the internet talking crazy and greasy or whatever. But at that point, you had people that were so locked in to the internet because there was nothing else to do, in my opinion. I mean, you could go outside, but I mean, like, who was out there? Who was out there? You get what I'm saying? So it was like up this way anyway. I don't know about where you guys live. I know all you guys live in different places. But up this way, that's the way it was. Excuse me, guys. That was gross. I'm sorry. But that up this way, that's how it was. You know what I mean? And people were isolated. And a lot of these people, they were used to being around people all the time. And that just was no more. It was a lonely time. And many of y'all that living in New York City tri-state, y'all know what I'm talking about. You dig? So I think that thwarted people's personalities. And it became less and less empathetic as far as it comes on the internet. I had people write terrible things to me on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I had one person write the other day, "You used to work for Puff, and I hope you and him burn in hell." I was like, whoa, damn, shit. Thank you, YouTube, for taking care of that comment, though. I said, that's how you feel? For real? You don't even know me, but that's how you feel. So you get these groupies of podcasters, and you get these subscribers or whatever, and they kind of funnel their attitudes of a lot of these YouTube personalities because they want the donations and things like that from them. So they'll pander to those audiences, give them negative material on a consistent basis, and, hope they lock into it and hope they suck it up. And then that causes contention for more people to do it. Then more people after that do it. And then you got this a consistent flow of people just pushing out negative material, you dig? So, if you think social media is oppression, I think the people utilizing it are voluntarily signing up and they say they want to be oppressed now. I'm eating some candy, guys. Give me a second. We often talk a lot of times how women utilize the internet the wrong way. But in reality, it ain't just women that's using the internet the wrong way. It's a lot of dudes using the internet the wrong way, too. I had a dude has consistently been using the internet the wrong way for about a year. At this point, I like to call the dude a stalker. He goes into everybody's chat rooms. If you got a panel, don't worry about it. He's gonna buzz in and want to be called up on the panel. He likes to be seen. And so I ain't gotta go into detail, but the motherfucker, he spoke on me one time and I wasn't present for one. Two, I don't know you. Three, you all the way in California. Four, you ain't the type of person I'd ever talk to. Like if I saw this dude in public, I would never talk to this dude. You know what I mean? He looks like a weasel. He just looks like a weasel. It ain't about I'm judging him. It's just the way he comes off is like a snake, but a polite snake. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a polite snake. It's like, you know that clip you saw with Mike Tyson? He says, you kind of pretend like you're a nice guy and everything, but really you're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You pretend like you're a nice guy, but really you're a piece of shit. He said, yes, you are. Fuck you. Like, and that's kind of like how the dude is. His temperament, his attitude, everything. Huggy Pampers let him have it the other day. I said, I ain't going to let the barrel off on him too much because that's what he want me to do. He gets off when you talking about him because he thinks like it's 2015 and that's going to bring him some promotion. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know my channel grew more than his channel this year. That's a fact. I did the numbers on there. I see your numbers. Your numbers damn near is the same as last year. You gained 3,000 subscribers. That's it. All right? 3,000. That ain't shit. I do the same numbers as you, and I don't even stream as long as you. And you got more followers than me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you in the wrong business, Bubby. Maybe you need to get into something else. Start talking about the animals. Everybody loves fucking animals. I keep trying to tell this guy, talk about animals. Y'all think I'm picking on them, but I ain't picking on them. I don't get off on picking on people. What I do recognize is when somebody talking out of term about a motherfucker over and over and over because they think they can. And the other day, this dude tried to throw my name up in the conversation when my name wasn't even needed at. And I'm glad Huggy Pamper, she recognized it. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all stop fucking with that nigga. Shout out to, shout out to the sentiment of yeah, we used to be cool or whatever, but y'all really need to stop fucking with dude. Because every time he clips something to y'all, every time this dude does a video with them or they call into the show or whatever, it's always translated into something that's some drama. Every time. Factory. And it's like, yo, come on, son. Every time you beefing with somebody, every time you the victim, and then he like to play victim. I can't fuck with no man that like to play victim. Ain't no way. And ladies, don't y'all fuck with no man that like to play victim either. For real. That nigga will always be a problem for you. Always. I done met motherfuckers like that before. There was homies of mine. Like, damn, son, no wonder she treats you like that. Like, chick just straight disrespected him. I don't know why she treat me like, because motherfucker, that's all you do is like sit around and bitch and complain about shit all day long and you ain't doing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of them type of niggas. And so I don't really fuck with him like that. You know what I mean? I don't talk about him. I don't never mention his name because that's what he want me to do. He want me to mention his name on my podcast, your podcast, that podcast, because he think it's 2015 and that's going to bring him subscribers. Don't nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. Don't nobody give a fuck. Repulsive motherfucker, too. He's a repulsive. That's the word I gotta use, repulsive. Hey, Huggy, when you hear that shit right there, use that shit right there. I give you permission to use that. Motherfucker's repulsive. That's some cold shit, right? Oh my God, this motherfucker's repulsive to look at. I gotta start using that. This motherfucker's repulsive. Factory. Like, the audacity of this motherfucker to talk about me is beyond my comprehension. I'll put it that way. And I ain't being on no cocky shit. You just have to see the nigga, then you will understand like that. Y'all be like, oh, I get it. You know what I mean? And he just talks about people, not just me, other people. He talks very nasty about people. The nigga is 37 years old and he lives with his fucking uncle. How you trapping at your uncle crib at 37? Online talking about stars and niggas such as my caliber. It's fucking hilarious. I'm like, yo, my nigga, you serious? And he talks like he's 37 years old, but talks like a. You ever met men that be like, I don't know, let's say like 30-something, 40-something, right? And they talk like a teenager. That's how this nigga talk. He try to like talk like a teenager. He don't talk like a man. And so like when I hear him and I'm listening to him and shit, I'm like, yo, come on, dog. Like, you too old to be talking like that. So he'll play a lot of things where he try to play victim, and he'll be like, he'll start some shit and then try to turn around and play victim after that. I'm like, yo, dog, you's pussy. Men don't do shit like that. We don't start shit and then run and play victim. Like, women do shit like that. It's a certain caliber of women that do shit like that. Ain't no real stand-up chick doing no shit like that. Low down, cutthroat chick do shit like that. And he never got no men standing with him. I've been paying attention to this vlogger for about 2 years now. He ain't never had no men stand with him. He always got a woman standing with him. I said, that go tell me a lot right there. You always got women standing with you, because he kind of like, on the rainbow side of the game, if you get what I'm saying. But it ain't got nothing to do with him being on the rainbow side of the game, because they got some stand-up motherfuckers over there. Now, the problem with this dude is he's a habitual liar and a habitual shit starter. And then as soon as somebody come to bring him the ruckus about the shit that he done started, he start crying like a bitch. I mean, this is online. You can go witness this shit. Ain't like I'm making this shit up. So we got chewed out by Jaguar right the other night. It is what it is. What y'all saying in here? Nothing more empowering than blaming yourself. Word. Fathers don't get the respect they deserve. I agree. Appreciate you, fam. No problem. I appreciate y'all up in here. Guys, make sure y'all hit up that Cash App, man. I'm grabbing me some breakfast while I go home. I'm about to go home in a few minutes here. I had to wait it out on the train or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The train stopped working at a certain time. I'm just looking at something. Give me a second. Y'all ain't showing me no love tonight. What's going on, man? Y'all killing me here. Y'all killing me. All right, I'm about to put it up. This is going to be for an hour. Who's you? Is that meant to be some type of racial epithet hitting and subtleties? Is that what that's supposed to be? You think you smart? Oh, God. Why do y'all think everybody from the New York City tri-state, we dumb or some shit like that? Don't y'all know we have college graduates such as myself and others? Why do y'all think everybody from the New York City tri-state is dumb because of a fucking accent? That is the most dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. When people, because I've heard that shit be said before. Niggas will be like, yo, niggas don't talk right, niggas ain't smart. Why? Why you ain't smart? Because you got an accent? That shit don't even make sense, bro. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna block you. I'm gonna let you rock out. But yo, you say something else like that, I'm gonna block you, G. Matter of fact, let me check your resume, man. How many people you got rocking with you? You've been on here for 3 years, you only got 53 followers. No wonder you writing shit in my chat room. Oh no, you ain't getting no flow. That's another one to believe. I'll go say something in the chat room and I don't get people to follow me. They'll wonder who I am. No, the fuck they won't, because you gone. I told them I wasn't gonna block them or fuck them for trying me. Can't stand a motherfucker like that. You got 53 followers, you've been on here for 3 years, and you got material on your page. I just looked at it. That's why you ain't say nothing. Check your resume real quick. There'll be a whole bunch of these motherfuckers like that too. Y'all gotta watch out for them little content creators. Ain't nobody paying attention to their shit. They the worst motherfuckers in on earth. They'll do anything to get a vibe. You're like, yo, let me say this shit right here. You ever seen some of the titles of some of these videos? I saw a title the other day, Ray J in critical condition because the Combs boys put the beats on him. I was like, that shit ain't happening. Hey, yo, Queens, I gotta come over there and holler at you. Yo, I'm just saying, man, like, shout out to shout out to let's keep shit positive for a minute. I'm tired of beefing with niggas and all that, whatever. Tired of people beefing and all that shit or whatever, whatever. They need a new direction to go. Now I don't know what that direction may be or whatever, but the whole beefing shit, that shit is dead, dog. Somebody gonna really get hurt. Like, listen, man, I was the first one to turn up, and I turned up on this certain motherfucking vlog because he said some shit to me that you just can't take back up here. It said SMD to me 2 times on camera. I was like, what, nigga? I was like, yo, let me tell you something. This, that, you know what I mean? So he already know what it is for me. Ain't no mistakes about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You keep on talking that little shit and all that shit, nigga. I'm not a little nigga, bro. I'm not no little nigga. Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't no in shape type nigga. You know what I'm saying? It got so deep the other day, and I caught it on the replay though. I wish I would have caught that shit live, because that would have been the first time I ever wrote something in this chat with my profile. Jaguar Rice, I guess her boyfriend, soon to be husband, whatever. I don't know the guy. But listen, man, if you take that ride, nigga, just let me know a day ahead of time. I'm gonna take that shit with you. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get mine first, then you can do what you want to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Let me get mine first, then you can do what you want to do with them. As a sucker can't whoop me. I know, man, the nigga whole style is chump. You heard? Like, fuck that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then go continue throwing me in some shit. Every time he get the opportunity to chill out, he want to rock out more. You know what I mean? Like, it got so deep. There's a clip that's floating out or whatever. And shout out to OG Patrice. I ain't got nothing against OG Patrice. I know her and Jag fell out or whatever. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But she always been nice to me. You know what I'm saying? And she's repeatedly tried to express the fact to take up for me and let niggas know. And she let him know that day on the shit, the Jaguar clip. That's my name they talking about. Davin, that's me. That shit was crazy to me. I was like, yo, nigga, did you just say who? Davin Lewis? I'm like, this snitch sounding ass motherfucker. No, literally, he said that. And there's another clip floating around the Jaguar guy. Ask her, she'll tell you. Jaguar know who the fuck I am. I know who the fuck she is. I don't need her for views, and she don't need me for views. She know that. We've been doing this for a long time. Long time. Y'all motherfuckers knew. We ain't. You know what I'm saying? I even give that to the individual I'm talking about. He been here for a minute. He ain't new. You know what I'm saying? I'll at least give him that. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like you motherfucker, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like 5 bloggers I really don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, so you get up around me, something might happen to you. Like, for real, I'm dead, so I ain't even gonna hold you, son. There's certain bloggers I don't like. I don't like them because of the type of material they do. They do, like, shitty type of material that's bitch boy type shit. And, like, niggas is too old. This nigga I'm talking about, he's in his late 30s now. This nigga about to be 40 in a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's other niggas, like, I don't know what it is. Them niggas, like, 30 through 38, they the worst vloggers there are. The older vloggers are the better vloggers, and the younger vloggers, they be on some shit. They be really actually talking about some shit. I started listening to some of the younger vloggers and like, I don't know. I caught this one kid, he's probably like 20 something or something like that, whatever. I was listening to him, listening to his perspective on shit. He was talking about something. He even had solutions on shit, which is a bigger effort for me. You know what I'm saying? Have some solutions on some shit. And so I like what I heard from him or whatever. He was like, kid was like 21. Them niggas like 30 something, the vloggers, they be the ones that be involved in all that, you know, the tea shit and all that shit, man. Y'all niggas need to stop that shit. Y'all niggas has been out here on too many missions to now be sitting down like the first 48 giving all the tea. Like, I'm fucking, y'all niggas, a lot of y'all niggas let me down, man, for real. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a couple niggas I looked up to. I'm like, damn, niggas is out here doing this now. I guess the game fucked up, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yes, it is. Anyway, in conclusion, man, like I said, y'all try to get a little bit more positive about y'all motherfucking material y'all throw up here. try to show each other love. Remember, and go see that clip of Eric Gardner's mother speaking today down there at the Daniel Penny. I don't know what you want to call it. I guess his victory, because he got away with it. And keep in mind, if you're in New York City, you're on these subways. There's white men now that believe they can choke you out and do whatever they want to you based on the fact that this guy got off. And I want to express that. And I have to express that for the folk. And I know I don't do that all the time no more. Because like I said, the energy in me, I'm burnt out from that shit. I tried my best, but I gotta at least drop y'all that, because you know what I'm saying? That could be me. That could be my son one day. You know what I'm saying? There might be a motherfucker that was 15, 16 years old and witnessed the Daniel Penny trial, and now I'm out here and I got a kid now. My kid's 15 or 16. He'd be like, yo, I can Daniel Penny this. You know what I mean? Nah, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Well, guys, I'm going to get up off here. I just want to chat with y'all real quick or whatever. I'm about to take my ass home. Plus, it's getting a little chilly out here, sitting right here. You understand what I'm saying? And more importantly, I'm hungry as hell right now. Shout out to everybody that didn't donate to me. I ain't mad at y'all. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for just tuning in and listening to what's going on and everything like that. Other than that, y'all, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I am out of here. You understand what I'm saying? You too, man. Thanks, Scoot. I appreciate it. And guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App sometime. $STRINGERBELL8 City. What city? It's New York, man. It's New York. What you want to see? You want to see real quick? You want to see? I'm going the other way. It's New York, baby. See? It's New York. He said, what city? Hold on. He said, what city? I thought it was obvious. Yeah, it's New York, baby. Understand? Y'all got me on something to eat? What's happening? Nah? Of course not. Y'all too, man. I appreciate it, Lilac Dust. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I got to get to moving. I'm going home. Peace, y'all.